One of the most shocking things for me coming out of the villa was seeing the perception of my relationship with Huda. I thought that we had a really great bond inside the villa. You guys didn't get to see a lot of the friendship building that happened off camera. With Huda, especially in the beginning, I was attached to her. I think you guys saw when we had the moment where I kind of reality checked her in a way. I told her like, hey, I almost sent you home last night. I am a graduated crash out. I have been through what she was going through with Jeremiah before. I saw this whole vision for her, this redemption arc. Like I really wanted her to rewrite the narrative and show America the Huda that I was seeing. Nick and I, we were coupled up at the time, and we had our first argument about it. Like he couldn't understand why I had kept Huda around. I just remember feeling like I really fought for her and like put myself in an uncomfortable situation in my couple to be like, no, I see so much more in this girl. I see more for her than what she's displaying in this relationship, and I want her to have that opportunity and that experience. And so when I had that heart to heart with her, I feel like that was another pivotal point in our friendship. There was a clip that I was upset about something that was happening with Nick and I, and it was just Huda and I in the dressing room, and she was asking me like, do you want to talk about it? And I was ignoring her. That didn't happen that way. I didn't ignore her. We had a whole moment where I didn't speak, but we hugged. Like we said a lot without words. And the reason I wasn't speaking is because I had just calmed myself down from crying. And if I spoke again, I felt like I was going to cry. And so I was like, okay, no, I'm just going to be held in this moment. And she understood that. Fast forward to the heart rate challenge. Everyone is like, did Huda do too much? Why were you such a mean girl? What did we not see? Huda has amazing moves, okay? And one of her signature moves is like licking the genitals, okay, of the man. She did it to Jeremiah during the dominatrix challenge when she was coupled up with him, but in the heart rate challenge she did it to Ace, and Chris had made it like halfway around the circle. He was already halfway through the girls while Huda was still focused on Ace, and the guys honestly clocked it before the girls did. Like I'm looking around and the guys are looking at each other like, what the fuck is going on? I think, you know, even Huda has come out and said that she's taken accountability and she would have moved differently had she known that it would have had the effect that it did. Shelly is my girl. I've never seen her be uncomfortable or lose her composure once, and I could feel her energy that this like really upset her. In that time, I was not going to disinvalidate her, especially when everyone was looking around like, okay, that was a bit too much. Even the guys were admitting like, okay, that was a bit too much. Huda herself was admitting that was too much. There's a viral moment where I was like, wait, Huda raised Ace's heart, like, and I made a face. I didn't clock that her performance actually raised his heart rate the most. So I was like, this is messier than I thought it was. I thought it was just the performance that was an issue, but no, it's that he actually enjoyed it, or at least one of his heartbeats enjoyed it. Like, that's messy. And that was clocked and taken out of context completely. The next day was the Stand on Business challenge, which, by the way, was the most uncomfortable point in the season. That challenge lasted all night, like 6, 7, maybe 8 hours. I remember seeing the sun coming up at some point, and they were like, we've got to wrap this up. Huda had to be up there for maybe 30 minutes. At the time that I was like making all of these faces, it was definitely taken out of context. If anything, I was hella uncomfortable. And also, guys, everyone's like, why are you always pouting? Why are you doing this duck face? I have raging anxiety. I like chew the inside of my lip. Someone's gonna clip this. I just, all day long. I was not making those faces at the times that they were shown. It was genuinely me being hella uncomfortable with the entire situation and how it was playing out, and it's just really sad that it was all taken that way. I know that since the season has ended, Huda has come out and said that she was bullied and she didn't have any friends in the villa. I don't take bullying lightly. I think that's awful. I don't think anyone should be treated disrespectfully no matter what they've done. Like, even in her peak of crash outs, I was making sure that everyone was treating her with respect and really fighting for her. And even the times that I was taking distance, like, I still felt, at least for me, like, I thought everything was okay, and I was still trying to comfort her in those moments. And I hate to know that she feels differently about it. With her saying that I'm the fakest, I think that when you come out of the villa and you absorb all of this information at a rapid pace and you see all of the edits, like, it kind of fucks with you. You're like, what's real and what's not? And did this person say that and this and that? I think the only thing that keeps me grounded in the situation is remembering my reality, my experience, and I always remember positive feelings, and anytime I had negative feelings, I expressed them to her. And even in then, like, I was showcasing them to her from a point of love and from a point of, like, wanting things to be better. So I am proud of her. I'm really happy for her that she's had this redemption arc that I wanted for her from the beginning. No matter what place we're at, I do wish nothing but the best for her, and it's sad how things played out, but it's all love on my end. Do I genuinely believe I got a bad edit? No. Were there certain things that irritated me due to choice, bad editing? Yes. The mean girl shit was really getting to me because I was like, it does look like I'm being mean, but I'm not a mean girl. What the fuck? And am I your dream girl? Like, that conversation didn't happen that way. The Hannah vote. This one is always gonna be so sore to me because everyone always asks, like, do you still stand by it? Does it make sense? Make it make sense. And the thing is I cannot make it make sense. And you would think that the way that people are coming for me for it, I casted the vote myself, but, like, there were 4 of us who made the decision together unanimously. Voting is never fucking easy. Like, it was the most uncomfortable thing, and there were few people in the villa that had to participate in every single vote, and I am one of them. And every single time, the logic behind it was different, and no, it never made sense. At the time of the Hannah vote, it was Hannah, Iris, and Amaya standing up there. We all sat down. Someone was like, I believe it was Huda, she was like, I'm not sending home Amaya. And we all agreed unanimously, like, honestly, yes, Amaya is not in question. Let's think about this connection-wise, like, who has the strongest connection? And another person was like, is that the right way to do this? You know, like, is that the most logical way to do this, by only thinking about the strong connections? The guys said that Amaya should have went home that night. Like, she's the one that had, like, the least ties and really didn't have a connection. Hello, Amaya came back and won the fucking season and won the heart of America. Like, I'm so glad that she was there to do that. It was never like, I think they're a strong couple, they're standing in the way of my money. Like, you're not in there thinking about the money. There's so much going on. You forget that there's this, like, prize at the end, and that is the genuine, honest truth about it. Even thinking about it now, as much as I can say, I could never make it make sense, honestly, because that was a vote that I never wanted to do, deciding between those 3 girls. And I know it was clipped saying, like, she should be grateful, she got to experience 2 connections. I was really just trying to have a glass half full mentality and, like, trying to spit some positivity into a really heavy and negative situation. And maybe that wasn't the time for me to try to see the North Star, because it was just completely used against me. But at the end of the day, I wish Hannah could have stayed. I do think her experience was cut too short. There was just never going to be a right answer in that.